What a spectacular day in Western New York, 75 degrees and sunny. Down and goal at the 1. Carr rolls. He's got room. Carr, can he get to the corner? Yep, touchdown. Second and goal at the 1. Lossman fires in the end zone. Oh, man! Touchdown! Jason Peters, the tackle-eligible play. And that must be Sam White somewhere up there calling that one. Started to cause him problems, and unfortunately he wasn't able to finish the season, but, you know, he is a warrior, and the game called him back, and he's happy with this Buffalo Bills squad, and I'm sure 17 yards, no touchdown.
3rd and 5. Clark. Open man again is Driver. Driver cuts the corner and high steps it home for the touchdown. Fake to Drones, open man, it's Hyden, touchdown, Cleveland.
Oh man, you're the quarterback, 1st and goal from the 1. They send the play in. You know what you think, Jim? Fullback was wide open for about an 8 or 10 yard gain.
2nd down and 10. On the slant, there goes Braylon Edwards. Edwards on a foot race, and no one's going to get near him. 80 yards for the Browns and the touchdown.
Well, that play reminded me of Trent Dilfer back when he played for the Baltimore Ravens. He threw some short passes that were just caught and gone.
It's a 3rd down. 3rd and 5 with 3:47 to play. Favre waiting, now firing. Enzo man's open. It's Ferguson, but there is a flag.
Holding, 98, defense, penalties applied. It's good, touchdown.
Green Bay coming out of this 2-minute warning now. Again, the Packers with 1 timeout. That's it. Cleveland comes out throwing. Hyden gets away. Hyden inside the 40. That's a foot race. Hyden looks over both shoulders, and that will put it away. He broke away from Mark Roman, and the Browns go 62 yards.
I guess, you know, we'll go back to the beginning. Mike Sherman says this Cleveland offense, they're hard to get a handle on. And in situations...
And went 80 yards and then 62 yards to Hyden. That's Fisher, and he darts, he's in. But only 4 seconds. They ship Fourier over to the right side, and they'll run it with Dillon. Dillon springs free, touchdown, New England. Looked like he might be stopped right at the line of scrimmage, but he bounced away and found freedom in the end zone.
Know how to win consistently.
Well, here's Roethlisberger going for Ward, and he hits him in stride. Ward with Samuel losing his footing is going to take it all the way. 85 yards for a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Roethlisberger's pass complete to Hines Ward. 85 yards and a Steeler touchdown.
1st and goal to go. Dillon dives, and Dillon is in for the touchdown. Corey Dillon's 2nd score of the day. 1st and goal at the 4. Fake to Parker. Up top they go, and Hines Ward with the touchdown. If he makes this. Vinatieri with the kick from 43 yards, and he does it again with 1 second.
Unbelievable.
And he's got a great quarterback out there in Brian Dawkins. That's picked off. That's exactly what the Eagles needed. Sheldon Brown will walk in for the touchdown. And Sheldon was waiting for that pass from Trent Green. The Eagles have life here with 4:41 left in the first half. At left guard, it's first and goal. McNabb over the middle, touchdown Owens. The Eagles get the turnover, and Owens comes down the field, sets up the first and goal, and then scores the touchdown, a 7-yard completion. And Owens has eaten up this Kansas City secondary. McNabb keeps it, nice fake. Hangs in and throws for the touchdown to Bartram. Mike Bartram is the long snapper for the Philadelphia Eagles, and now the Eagles indicate they're going to go for 2. His second career touchdown. And now out of the backfield, Westbrook. And all of a sudden it's a tie game at 24. Brian Westbrook, who's been a non-factor.
60 yards.
Play action, McNabb gets out of trouble and flips for the touchdown to Smith. And McNabb showing great feet, good agility, bad groin at all to avoid trouble. This may be the best run organization in the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles, from the front office to the head coach.
Alternating a lot of personnel, 2 tight ends, and Greg Jones is in as the running back. Leftwich, a little floater out in the flat, catch by Reister, the tight end, hurdles a man and goes in for the touchdown. George Reister with his first touchdown catch of the year and only his 3rd grab overall.
You know what this is, Joe? This is looking at Jimmy Smith and worried about Jimmy Smith getting behind.
No, Paul's right.
You guys are old school.
Paul, you bet. Palmer under pressure for the end zone. Johnson, what a catch.
What a throw.
Got the feet down. That'll be a touchdown. At least he's not doing the river dance.
He's just pumping up the ball. That's all. That one does not go into the creative top 10. But you know what? It's still a touchdown.
And he's been that way his entire career. Leftwich rifles this one to Wilford. Wilford using that strength gets into the end zone for a touchdown.
That's what happens when you have size at the wide receiver position. Wilford's almost 220 pounds. He's 6'4".
Basketball play, you just go set a screen for somebody. Palmer with good protection. Henry, touchdown.
Well, he zeroed in on Chris Henry right from the snap. That's exactly where he was going to go. They wanted the Jaguars in double coverage. They got it in field in the playoff.
This was the best start the Bengals had had since 1988.
Well, 2 interceptions by the Jaguar defense against a team that hadn't lost one all season. First and goal at the 7. Jones. Greg Jones down to the goal line. And touchdown, Jacksonville. So Jones replacing the star runner Fred Taylor, and all that he has done in this first quarter is rush for 59 yards and now a touch. And Jacksonville has maintained its mark of not allowing a point in the first quarter all season. No other team has done that. Jerome Bettis in the backfield. Maddox scurries, throws underneath, complete to Heath Miller. He's to the goal line. Touchdown!
Well, that's what Bill Cowher was looking for when he drafted Miller in the first round out of Virginia.
Duval, a runner at the 30-yard line, and the punt by Chris Hansen. Hangs it high. We saw Randall L. check the room to run, and they got the block down the sidelines. Only the kicker to beat, and he's on his way for a touchdown. Antoine Randall L.
Well, normally on a punt return, you could look at several blocks. On this one, it looked like just one was the difference.
It's 3rd and 2 at the 10. They stack up the line of scrimmage. Leftwich lobs it into the end zone. It's caught by Jones, the rookie. Doesn't count. A flag is down. Player at Arkansas.
Well, Terry McCauley said automatic first down. He didn't realize that it was actually a touchdown catch by Matt Jones. And then they went away from it.
5 wides. Maddox. Intercepted. It's Rasheed Mathis to win it for Jacksonville.
Inside the red zone is usually about 4. They gave 3 away last week. Manning to the end zone, looking for Foles, and he takes it down for the touchdown.
Illegal contact, number 25 of the defense. That penalty is declined. Touchdown.
Touchdown to Burris. Nick Ferguson with the illegal contact. And it's Mike Anderson. He crosses the plane. Touchdown. Touchdown Denver. Play of the second half. First and goal. Carswell's eligible. There's the pass. And it's right back over to Kyle Johnson. That was his series. Touchdown Denver. First and goal to go. Tiki Barber. Up the middle and touchdown New York Giants.
What a drive by the Giants.
Zone. Manning looking. Here comes the pressure pass. Catch is made. It's Toomer again against the Broncos like he did back in '98.
Quick. Second false start today by Chicago. 3rd and 12. In the middle for Moose. What a catch! Touchdown Chicago. Offensive touchdown in 2 straight weeks and haven't allowed a rushing touchdown this season. Jones looking to break that record. And he does. Pressure again on Garcia. Throw back across the ball. This could be it. It will be it. Game. Bears. Charles Tillman seals the deal. Never throw across your body late in the middle of the field.
20 out of 28 trips. Touchdown, and here's Tomlinson. He finds the end zone, and the 2-game drought ends on the first Charger possession. And that was a very impressive first series for San Diego.
Well, a great cut doesn't mean anything unless you have someplace that's indefensible if Abraham doesn't get out into the flat.
San Diego picking at the bones of this Jets defense, and that's the strength of the New York team. Here's, what a move by LaDainian Tomlinson. Oh, my, touchdown. Curtis Martin, the tailback. And he gets the call up the middle, and that is his 100th career touchdown. The 10th running back in history to hit the century mark.
And of those previous 99, Dick, I'm not sure how many more of them meant something to their team than this one. Desperately needed was that touchdown run by Curtis Martin.
Second and goal. Tomlinson, he's got the trifecta. 3rd touchdown for LaDainian Tomlinson through a huge hole.
And right behind Neal.
And Neal, who loves that ISO block, Dan, and just get that linebacker lined up. And
Tomlinson, 4 touchdowns. This one the easiest of the lot.
What a beautiful piece of play calling and blocking on the left side.
You build your team around your quarterbacks, and when 1 and 2 are knocked out in the same game in the same 5-minute period, that does provoke disaster. Throw, touchdown, there it is. Gerald Soule finally ends the drought. And Bollinger has his first big league touchdown pass.
To give up in that kind of a 3rd and long.
Plenty of time left, 6:20. Bollinger stumbles, throws to the end zone. Touchdown, does it count? Was he inbounds? Yes. Lavernius Coles.
some comeback by Coles. And you can see Edwards saying we're going to go for 2 on this touchdown to try to get within a field goal.
Has a strong chance to be different. First and goal to go to the end zone, and there's a grab. Chris Chambers, touchdown, Miami. Second down, 11.
Blitz.
To the end zone to Watson, touchdown, New England.
Quick snap.
Able to field it, throw it, touchdown, Miami. Well, they're still going up, going for it all. In the end zone, was the foot down? Yes, they rule it on the field. Touchdown, Watson. To make it a 7-point game. Evans, big hole, he has it.
Well, when in doubt, you go back to what you are, the Patriots.
For a couple of weeks. Second and goal, and back again. It's Rhodes driving, and is he in? Yes, touchdown, Indianapolis.
Well, I don't recognize it. It's not what I did when I played, that's for sure.
Fakes the quick pass on the short drop. Now has a man open down long. It's Reggie Wayne inside the 20. Wayne shakes free. Touchdown. Colts. One play goes the distance, 66 yards.
They want to run the football to the left.
And they're moving quickly. Chad Johnson in stride. And there he goes. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Ran past Bob Sanders. And they answer right back.
Third and long, tough defense to blitz the Colts.
Wide open. He hits the backup tight end, Brian Fletcher, for the touchdown.
That's why he's out there. He can make plays with his arm.
On the ground, though, touchdown, Cincinnati. Rudy Johnson. So first and goal. It's Edgerrin's turn, and he moves the pile right into the end zone for a touchdown. Now 4 drives for the Colts and 4 touchdowns. Talking about Marvin. Third down, across the middle. Clark, and he's in for a touchdown. Dallas Clark feasting down the middle of the field all game long. 21 yards and a touchdown. A number of these in his career. Rudy Johnson, the running back, and he's tripped up. And on a second effort, is it? Touchdown. Plus, they've been getting sacks all season long, but none so far today. Third down. Palmer's pass caught. Hits Henry for the touchdown.
How about that? The last 10 points of the first half.
Second and goal, and it's Edgerrin James, and he is in. Touchdown. 15th play of the drive.
3 wide receivers on third down. Fitzpatrick for Holt. Holds on to it this time. Touchdown, Rams. 19 yards on the pass, and the first touchdown pass of Ryan Fitzpatrick's career.
No tiptoeing here.
Jackson fights, dive, gets it in clearly this time. On fourth down, Fitzpatrick lofting it up. Caught into the end zone is Isaac Bruce for the touchdown. So now they have to go after the extra point for the onside kick. There's 27 ticks left on the clock. 130 receiving yards in the process. Kevin Curtis. Another Ram first down and more. And the St. Louis Rams have come all the way back to win the ball game. No flags on the play.
How about that? Just a quick screen to Kevin Curtis, their fastest wide receiver now, and he just gashes them and takes it all the way to the end zone for the win.
Bettis. He's got another.
Bill Cowher called out his offensive line against Indianapolis Monday night.
Carson Palmer with a very quick move, and he's going on top for Hushmanzada. He's got it for a touchdown. Oh my! Ricardo Coakley on the coverage, and Hushmanzada, who compliments Chad Johnson. They were teammates at Oregon State. Well, now they bring Hines Ward in motion to the other side, and then the throw over the middle to Quincy Morgan, and Morgan's in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. Four shots for the Bengals from just outside the one to tie it. And Palmer will throw for it, and it's a touchdown to Kelly. Reggie Kelly's first touchdown of the season. No wonder he's happy. Only his 9th reception. Using that no huddle, changes the play. Here they come. Into the end zone, touchdown! He goes to Hushmanzada, who just came back in after the injury in the end zone when Palmer missed him wide open, and Hushmanzada has a couple of scores. Averaging 4.6 today, 46 yards in 10 carries, and now Roethlisberger to the end zone. Touchdown! Hines Ward sliding and scooping the score.
Did Ben Roethlisberger get that ball in there?
Inside the one. Rudy Johnson. He's in the end zone for the touchdown. Johnson has the first rushing score of the day for Cincinnati. He's over the 1,000-yard mark on the season, and that's his 8th touchdown rush. Yards away from the century mark. Rare to do against Pittsburgh. Here he goes on the outside at the 10, the 5. He is in the end zone. Another touchdown for Rudy Johnson and the Bengals.
They ran right at the Steeler blitz. Chris Hope comes on the blitz right at the play. And again, they have all their timeouts remaining, but they're wise to save them.
First and goal. Roethlisberger to the end zone. Touchdown! Hines Ward has his second of the day.
And another razor-sharp pass by Ben Roethlisberger.
35-yard line's the line for Roethlisberger. Hit from behind by the jersey. Throws it away. Intercept. No, they're going to rule the ball dead.
Bernie ruled him down.
He ruled him in the grass.
On the 14, so an early key stop. Jerome Bettis checking in for the Steelers. Expected to see a lot of action, and here is the pass to Hines Ward, and Ward gets to the 5, still on his feet, scores, touchdown Pittsburgh. First and goal at the 1, and they give it to the bus. Touchdown Steelers. This is a totally different team than the club that lost the previous 3. A 1-yard run by Jerome Bettis. To the Pro Bowl last year, Farrakhan went to the last 4 Pro Bowls. Second down and goal, they go to Bettis again. Bettis gets hit, still driving. Touchdown!
Tackles, but these are just broken tackles by Jerome Bettis. Bam, bam. Well, I tell you, some guys, you get down to the red zone, down by the goal line, and they just have a nose for the end zone, and that's Jerome Bettis. You saw the one earlier in the game.
On the 1-yard line. And the handoff to Thomas Jones. And Jones scores for the Bears. So all of a sudden, the fourth quarter light went on, and Kyle Orton hit 2 big pass plays, and then Thomas Jones goes over from 1, and it's now, all of a sudden, 21-9.
I can't. I'm just not as tough as I used to be.
Second down at 10. And his defense needs to play tough. But Tiki breaks away from him. And Barber still going. They never got him. What a run. Touchdown. Tiki Barber. 4 tackles. He got away from Warfield, got away from Wesley, got away from...
Just deceptive in the way he runs.
So from the 14, it's Johnson. Johnson, touchdown.
My gosh. That is incredible. Velcro. That's what it looks like. The Chiefs hit the Giants.
Spelling him on this snap.
Well, when he was drafted, smaller running backs were not in vogue. Now, if you're big, you're different.
The Toomer. And Toomer, again, the Chiefs let him get away, and it's a touchdown, New York. Three players this time had a shot at him. Mitchell, Knight. You have to think it's Larry Johnson's number. They couldn't get it across in the first half, but this time diving in for the touchdown. Larry Johnson. Celebrating your big basketball win today. 13th.
All sports day today, huh?
Big day. There's Barber. Barber gets away at the 10, at the 5, and driving in for the touchdown. New York Giants. This time, Junior C of E had a hold of him. And all 3 Giant touchdowns today have come off broken tackles. It's not only a career high, it's an NFL high. The highest.
Pass interference on Kelly. First and goal from the 5 off the play fake. Pass is caught and diving ahead for the touchdown is the fullback, Justin Griffith. One penalty, 47 yards, the other 30. Sims complete. Jameel Cook spins into the end zone. Touchdown. Second down and 8. Play action. Sims rolling left. And now he throws. It is caught by Alstott, and he dives in for the touchdown. The third touchdown by a fullback in today's game. 2 tight ends. Second and goal from the 8. Vick looking end zone. He throws to Jenkins. Touchdown.
Good high throw there. Jenkins going way up top for that one. And again, but that one to the left again.
So a first and goal from the Tampa Bay 3. Duckett. Touchdown Falcons. T.J. Duckett into the end zone, giving Atlanta the lead with 4:18 remaining.
I'd give this ball to Cadillac, let Alstott be my lead blocker, get the first down and call timeout.
4th and inches, it's Cadillac. Or running left, and he is in for the touchdown.
Wow. What a call. What an execution. By Sims, by Cadillac, by Gruden.
Heads is the call. Tails, you won the toss. You want to kick in that direction? Tampa Bay has won the toss and will...
From the left hash, Bidwell the holder from 41 yards. The kick by Bryant is good with 15 seconds remaining in overtime.
And at running back, the 5th all-time leading rusher in NFL history from Notre Dame, ride the bus, number 36, Jerome Bettis.
Nick Harris punts it away. Randall L. is deep. He'll take it at the 19. And there's a lane. Randall L. one man to beat. And he beat him. No flags down. 81 yards.
Ronnie, what a terrific job by everybody blocking him up in front of Antoine Randall.
4th and goal. Bettis in the backfield. 2-man in motion. Bettis, he's got to get it in. He gets it in. Touchdown Steelers. No flags down. Diesel. Touchdown. It may be his last game here at Heinz Field. Ward has just gone over the 7,000-yard career receiving mark. Bettis, is he in? Yes! 3 touchdowns on the day for Jerome Bettis. The 3rd time in his career that he's rushed for 3 touchdowns in a single game. They say he's very good in the red zone. He splits out to the bottom of your screen. Empty backfield. Ball better come out quick. Or Roethlisberger better come out quick. Roethlisberger might take this in. He scores! Ben Roethlisberger didn't like the coverage, didn't like the plan, and he says, I'll take this one. We don't need the bus here.
Let me tell you what keeps it alive for Ben Roethlisberger, Ronnie. It's the fact that he never gave up. Tell me he doesn't have fun playing the game of football, and always has from day one.
But you get that as soon as he comes into the meeting room.
You do.
The guy loves to play. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, with the win, cement the playoff spot. And Jerome Bettis, 3 touchdowns in his final game, possibly. Here at Heinz Field. And that is a final here. The Steelers have wrapped it up. For Ron Pitts, Tim Ryan, Jennifer Hammond, we say so long and a Happy New Year to all of you. Right now, let's go to James Brown in Los Angeles.
Game at Green Bay, the wind chill was minus 23 in that NFC title game as the crowd roars. It's 120 degrees warmer, if you will, going from the wind chill to the heat index. Good starting position here for the Jets from the 44. Vernius Coles is not in. Great play action fake. Favre going long for Kotchery. Kotchery hauls it in at the 10, and he is in for the touchdown. What a fake by Favre.
You could tell during the preseason what little Brett Favre played that the New York Jets were a little enamored with the fact if we pass protect, keep an extra guy in.
Big rush. Favre gets away, lobs it in the air. Someone's there. Oh, it's caught at the goal line for a touchdown. He puts up a jump ball, and Stuckey brings it down for the score. Remarkable. Just outside the goal line, 2nd down and 5. Jones pushes away and goes in for the touchdown. Matches his touchdown total of a year ago. And they're bringing out Mike Nugent. Here we go, 18 seconds.
Well, they're going to play an umbrella defense, so they're going to try to take away the outside.
Pennington from the pocket. Has time, lobs it to the corner. Revis with the coverage, and Revis pulls it down one-handed, but a flag. He was going for Ted Ginn. Will it be offensive?
Pass interference. Offense.
Yeah, it had to be.
Here's the clock. Play results in a touch to that. First step.
They did. He's in perfect position. And why this couldn't be against the defender, he has got the position. He is playing the football. And Ted Ginn Jr., what a...
Carlson in the passing game.
Now Surrett, pump fake, hands it off to Jones, inside the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown!
takes advantage of an opportunity presented.
The Taunton penalty gives the 49ers an automatic first down instead of punting from the end zone. Gore loses the football. It's recovered by Trufant. He fumbles. It's still loose. And it's taken into the end zone for a touchdown by Craig Terrell. O'Sullivan to the end zone. Brian Johnson makes the catch. Touchdown 49ers. Floyd, Portchop, Womack. Second and 14. Hasselbeck fires. It bounces off McMullen and is intercepted by Patrick Willis. Willis makes a move on Hasselbeck. One man to beat. Patrick Willis.
Get him, Leonard!
Takes it all the way for a touchdown. 86 yards on the return.
Good block by Vernon Davis to get him on the corner.
David Boss, an extra tight end. Gore bounces it to the outside and walks it in for a touchdown.
Another big backfield.
Second and goal. Duckett, touchdown.
San Francisco has chosen tails. And it is tails. They want the ball. Yes. All right.
Placed down by Lee. Nedney's kick this time is good.
That's a really, really big win for this 49er team. And Mike Nolan.
It sure looks like the New Orleans Saints are ready, and so are the Denver Broncos for this matchup today for you right here on Fox. Interconference battle. The 1-1 New Orleans Saints taking on the 2-0 Denver Broncos. Lichtensteiger in motion. There is your play action, and there is a touchdown. Nate Jackson. Denver scores first.
Not just to Jay Cutler, but to the organization as well, being able to identify what the problem had been.
Second and short. Cutler's going for it all. End zone. Marshall incomplete.
After review, with the ball in his possession, the receiver got 2 feet inbounds with the touchdown. Denver was now charged with a timeout.
So 35 yards, a touchdown, second of the year, and for Brandon Marshall. Great start to his tenure with the New Orleans Saints as Reggie Bush is brought down and the ball pops out. Picked up by Nate Webster. The middle linebacker picking his way to the end zone for a touchdown. They fake a reverse, hand to Pierre Thomas, who is to the goal line and in. Touchdown Saints. Touchdown New Orleans. The Denver Broncos don't agree. A late call, and we'll take a look.
Some of the weaknesses within this Denver defense.
3 straight third down completions for first downs for Drew Brees as Reggie Bush with a little hesitation down the sideline and in for the touchdown. somehow stayed in bounds. He hesitated Troy in the hole and then broke loose. Now Cutler hands to Hall, and he is brought down for his safety. The first guy there was Charles Grant, and instead of keeping it with a quarterback and pushing forward just to avoid that very situation.
Not on the field, however, right now.
Yeah, out right now on 1st and goal. Handoff is to Pittman. Touchdown, Denver. Breeze, Bush, touchdown. Reggie Bush into the end zone for the touchdown, and Troy, he got a good block out on the edge from someone.
That sure did. It was right tackle John Stinch. I think we're going to be looking at that call.
2nd and 4. Handoff to Pierre Thomas, trying to get to the edge on the left side. Is he in? There is no signal. Touchdown, New Orleans. A late call and a touchdown, and now here is the 2-point difference. 34-32 with 10 to play against San Diego last week. Now the Saints trying to tie it. A floater that is batted away, and Denver maintains the 2-point lead.
Ultimately, in the Jets threatening, still no score. 3rd down and goal on the 10th play of this drive. Brett Favre stepping up, throws it, touchdown, and that's Lavernius Coles in the back of the end zone to give the Jets the lead. Looking at 3rd down and 8. Empty backfield for Kurt Warner. Not much of a pass rush by the Jets, and the pass is picked off by Darrelle Revis, and he'll walk it in for the touchdown. Jones back in there, 1st down at the 34. 19, 17, and 13 yards on this drive, and then here's a wide open receiver going in, Coles for his 2nd touchdown. And an injured Cardinal back on the 29-yard line as Brett Favre has thrown his 2nd touchdown pass to Lavernius Coles, and Eric Green is hurt. 34-yard pass. And Leon Washington gets a word from Favre. 1st and goal, and there's a fade pattern, and Coles has it for the touchdown. First time in his career, Lavernius Coles has caught 3 TDs in the same game, and he does it in the first half. 1st and goal as they spread out the Jets defense. And they hand off to James, who goes in for the touchdown. So a nifty drive with Preston catching 4 passes and James running the last 2 plays, including this 4-yard touchdown. 1st and goal with the 2. Edgerrin James on the handoff gets his 2nd touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. So the Cardinals silence the crowd even more, if that's possible, scoring on their first 2 possessions, stopping the Jets 3 and out. It's 21-point deficit right now, could be 19. They give it to Edgerrin James, who goes in for the 2. So 15 points scored by the Cardinals. Crowd getting back into it, as Baldy indicated. Here's Hightower, touchdown. Tim Hightower with the touchdown, his 3rd TD of the season from 1 yard out. And all of a sudden, and we still have almost 3 minutes to go in the 3rd, it's 34-21, and they'll go for 2nd down and 7 from the 17. Pump fake, Favre, wide open, touchdown, Patry. Well, he's in the mix now. 17 yards, Favre with his 4th touchdown pass of the game.
Now they got him on opposite sides on this play.
2nd down and 3, and the quick out to Anquan Bolden. Touchdown! Bolden gets in, and a good play and a good point out by you, Baldy,
with Bolden on the outside. One man to beat, goes in for the score, and they scored in a hurry. And they're going to run it. And no, they're going to pass it wide open, and a touchdown to Cotchery. Jericho Cotchery, what a great play on a great fake to Jones. If they had handed off, he would have had the first down. 40 yards for the score. And the Jets may have put it away with that on one onside kick today. Warner into the end zone, and it's caught by Jeremy Urban for the touchdown. Well, the Cardinals went 2 minutes to score their last touchdown, and this is a 14-yard strike to Urban. Cotchery went in motion. And Bard's pass, wide open, touchdown for the rookie tight end, Dustin Keller. Boy, a lot of these have been so easy, Baldy.
He got a little motion, which said they're going to be a man-to-man. That's why he put Jericho Cotchery in motion. Once Brett saw man-to-man, he said, you know what, we've gotten the ball to our receivers. How about it to a tight end?
Coming off a game in which he struggled in San Diego, hurt his ankle, and what a response.
Maybe it won't even be out of the playbook.
He's done that before. 54 to 35, and Washington, close to the goal line, makes it in for the two-point conversion. And the Jets lead 56 to 35.
On 3rd and goal. A dive. To the end zone. Touchdown.
Too easy. And the red zone woes of the Texans continue. 11 touchdowns given up on 12 trips.
They can get a first down without getting the touchdown. Down at about the half-yard line. Manning. Pump fakes, end zone, touchdown. Tom Santee with the good hands in the end zone, and Manning marches the Colts downfield and into the end zone. The Houston Texans, who are looking at 3rd and 8. Rosenfeld by himself, penalty marker flies, and Rosenfeld lost the football, picked up by the Colts. This is Gary Brackett. Brackett up the sideline with blockers to the 10, the 5, touchdown.
Again, there is a penalty marker down. Look at this effort but look at it, look where the ball is. He never did get it into his body at the last minute.
Manning throwing far corner of the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. Reggie Wayne.
That is unbelievable. What a catch by Reggie Wayne. Did he get both of his feet? That right knee touches down inbounds. He's got control of the ball. And a stunning development here for Houston.
50 seconds on the clock. Rosenfeld with time, throwing, and it's intercepted. Intercepted, and down to the turf with the football goes Melvin Bullock.
J.J. Arrington and Jeremy Urban are back deep. And Arrington at the 9. Good return by Arrington. Still on his feet. Has blockers. Inside the 20, the 10. J.J. Arrington goes in for the touchdown. Romo has Creighton wide open down the middle. Patrick Creighton cutting to the outside. Touchdown, Cowboys. Romo, pass, caught, touchdown, Miles Austin. Warner with another fade, and this time Larry Fitzgerald keeps both feet in bounds. Touchdown. And the Cardinals come back to within 1. And Warner's pass, and it's caught, touchdown by Preston. He's attracting a lot of attention, as you would expect right now. Romo going to Barber out
Corey blocked it and recovering in the end zone for a touchdown, but there was a flag down on the kick.
An ineligible man downfield for the kicking team. Penalties decline. Touchdown.
Well, what a jump they got off the edge, and they just come completely untouched. It's Sean Morey that makes the block.
Wow. And the Cardinals have defeated the Dallas Cowboys early in.
Three tight ends, a fullback, and Adrian Peterson. Peterson to the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown. He kept fighting for that last inch. Corey Graham had him wrapped up, and Peterson kept fighting for the last inch and made it to the goal line. Horton under pressure, throws, and completes. Touchdown, Greg Olsen. How about that for a response by the Bears? 54 yards in a hurry. That is the 9th touchdown pass thrown by Kyle Orton in the last 5 games.
But I'll tell you what, he's got about 5 or 6 new guys on that punt return unit that are trying to block for him.
Cooley dropped the ball, and it's blocked. He kicks it again. It's picked up by the Bears and run in by Garrett Wolf. There's a flag on the field. Greg Stelz, the rookie defensive back, blocked.
The punt was blocked, and during the loose ball, it was illegally kicked by number 5 of the kicking team. That penalty is declined. Touchdown.
Off the fake, Farrat with time, throws, he's got a man, touchdown, Vicente Shenko, the tight end. And the Vikings come right back, so back and forth we go. A 70-yard drive for the Vikings.
With an offensive tackle.
Brad Maynard's first punt of the game. Charles Gordon goes over, lets it bounce. It hits Gordon, it's a free ball, and it is recovered by the Bears for a touchdown. Peterson and Taylor in the backfield. Taylor over the top, touchdown. So they changed it up, and the Vikings they spot the ball at the 36. 2 tight ends in. Orton works out of the shotgun, everybody out. Orton throws, Desmond Clark heading for the end zone. Dropped the football, it's recovered by Rasheed Davis for a touchdown. Desmond Clark was hit at the goal line.
I can't play the whole game. I can't go 50 or 60 plays. And clearly he was right with his own health.
Peterson on first down. Good hole there. Cuts it back. Turns it into a big one. Can he get one more block? Adrian Peterson goes all the way. Touchdown Vikings, a 54-yard touchdown run for Adrian Peterson. He's done it again at Soldier Field. Blitz was picked up. Orton finds Marty Booker. Turned it inside. He may go all the way. He does. Touchdown. Forte. Touchdown. Just walks in easily. As they block down well, McKee with a big block, and Forte takes it in, and the Bears widen their lead.
field to no huddle right now.
Chester Taylor in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Farad throwing, and it is, was he out of bounds? Touchdown! They call touchdown Bernard Berrien. Farad under pressure, it's intercepted by Bowman. Zach Bowman, the rookie out of Nebraska, in his first NFL game. He scored a touchdown, and now he's got an interception.
Well, 2 huge plays. That's the biggest play of the year by far by Tommy Hill.
So in the red zone again, Breeze. Again steps away, now flings it back to the end zone for the touchdown. That's Henderson. Touchdown, New Orleans. They could have challenged and probably had it if they would have won the challenge inside the one, but they go with McAllister, and he is across for the touchdown.
What did Drew Brees say? You never know whose number's going to be called.
Back to the #1 offense in the NFL. Going for the long ball, looking for more. Diving catch. What a catch it was. What an adjustment and a touchdown.
Unbelievable. A lot of options they can use.
They ran left tackle with McAllister last time from down here. Now Breeze is throwing for it, and he has it. Touchdown to Mark Campbell. The Chargers are subbing. Guys are running in and out as the Saints go up the middle with Carney. And we're waiting for a signal. They've got it. Touchdown. Touchdown, New Orleans. We'll pick up a chunk of it, all of it, none of it. 3rd down, 15. Rivers lofts it, tipped, and intercepted. It's Vilma with the interception for the Saints. He went with the jump pass.
Tampa Bay won't be able to do it if they keep playing like they've been playing in the red zone.
Oh gosh, they won't be able to do anything if they do that.
They've got to turn the field goals into touchdowns starting right now. Smith has had some nice returns all day. He could take this one. A missed tackle, and Clifton Smith will score. 97 yards, and Tony Baselli, we were just talking about it. What do the Buccaneers have to do to get back in it? Well, that's a big step in the right direction. Plays like that get you beat. Now let's see if Tampa Bay can actually put it in the end zone. A little trickeration on their own, and it works. The halfback pass. Alex Smith with the touchdown. Graham to Smith, and John Gruden says we're going for 2.
And I'm a little curious that Herm Edwards took a timeout there because the clock was running even before the snap. Because they start the clock after that last penalty.
No timeouts, 25 seconds left. Buccaneers need to score. Need a touchdown. Garcia, very close to the line. Bad throw, got it in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Antonio Bryant with Garcia very close to the line of scrimmage. Throw inside, they got it. That's Smith.
Tampa, it's your choice. Heads. Heads is the call. Heads is the call. It is heads. Tampa has won the toss and wishes to receive.
It's clean. No markers are down. Game over. Tampa Bay fights back and wins here in Kansas City. Right now, we send you to game number 2. The New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Starts on the right side, eligible as a receiver. 2nd down and goal. Again, and he dives in for the touchdown. Neweldy Moore, what a offseason acquisition. The former Viking who Mike Tomlin was familiar for. You're right, JB. Chicago falling to Tennessee as the Titans remain undefeated on 1st down. Manning going long, looking for Wayne, and on the tip he has it. Spins away. What a move by Wayne. He's taking it in for the touchdown. 65 yards. Mike Taylor tipped it. Wayne grabbed it. Then he spun away from Ryan Clark. First and goal at the 1. Moore looking for a 2nd touchdown. He has it. Pittsburgh's in. touchdown, Colts. Dallas Clark.
Yep. Really.
Play action. Looking downfield, it's going to be a touchdown. Dominique Rhodes. Polamalu was right over his fingertips, and Manning has the third touchdown pass of the day. And the Colts have their first lead.
Sorry, Jim. Just wanted to say. It's the fourth down, so you got to line up and throw it in the end zone.
I just get up here and spike it real fast.
No, you can't. It's
fourth down. Fourth down and 5. Roethlisberger looked for a minute like, here he goes. Stepping away all kinds of time. Now here's the heave to the end zone. Washington is there to tip twice, and the Colts come up with it. Melvin Bullock secures it, and the Colts win it.
3rd and 2. Washington splits right. Leon Washington with the catch. Washington to the goal line and a touchdown, Jets. His second receiving touchdown of the season, and on the opening drive, the Jets strike first.
Well, and there is a Leon Washington pack. Seeing these offenses going up and down the field, this game may well come down to which quarterback can convert once they get in that red zone.
Gostkowski to Washington from his own 9. Always a threat is Leon Washington. Turns on Gostkowski. It's a foot race. Does Merriweather have an angle? Touchdown Jets, Leon Washington, 92 yards. Right now the Jets are putting their stamp on this ball game. 2nd and 9. Favre, slant, Cotchery, reaching for the goal line. Touchdown is the signal. Brett Favre throws his second touchdown pass. Cotchery broke the plane 15 yards. Then the ball came out. There's a discussion, but it looked like he crossed the goal line.
And that strategy has been pretty effective so far.
Ty Law matched up with Randy Moss on a 3rd and 10. Castle looks right. Gaffney's got it. Touchdown, New England. He beat Dwight Lowry. And boy, did they need that. Second and short. Castle again. Has time. Castle to the end zone. Touchdown! Ben Watson, his first of the season. And on the final play of the 3rd quarter, New England is right back in it.
And Calvin Pace's nightmare of trying to cover Ben Watson continues. He ran a corner route, circled back in, and just simply fell down.
Castle works out of the gun.
See if they go quarterback draw.
Has time. Got it. Gaffney. New England's first 2-point conversion, and just like that, Jones the tailback, Richardson the fullback. 2nd and goal. Thomas Jones is in for the touchdown. And with 3:10 to go, the Jets have the lead back. And the 3rd down holding call on Vrabel, costly.
Ty Law now is going to back off Randy Moss and give him a free release. I don't know about that one.
Castle avoids the sack. Castle to the end zone in traffic. And it's caught on the sideline for a touchdown. Randy Moss with 1 second to go.
Did you call the toss? Call us tails? It is a tail. Which way would you like to kick? Stay where you are. The Jets have won the toss. Elect the receiver.
Snap is good, and Feely knocks it through, and the Jets have won it. In overtime, 34-31.
And now for the handshake.
Only the 2nd time Eric Mangini has beaten Bill Belichick, in his 3 years as head coach of the ever in the NFL.
And again, his best completion percentage of his career this season. He's got another one. It's Jones. He's looking around, weaving to the end zone for the touchdown. Thomas Jones.
What a play call. What a series of just mixing everything up against this Tennessee Titans defense.
Looks back to the end zone. The ball is caught by Lavernius Coles. Man, was some traffic at the back of the end zone. Coles able to snag it for the 2-yard touchdown.
This blueprint, get rid of the football quickly. I expect them to do this kind of offense the rest of the year.
Wide open running lane for Leon Washington. A foot race. He shakes off the hit by Hope, and he's in for the touchdown. 61 yards.
When you lose, it makes you go back and start paying attention to the details that you might not look at when you win every game.
Leon Washington near the goal line, and it's a touchdown signal. Jets punch it across. 4-yard touchdown run.
80 yards shy now of 1,000 yards this season. Second-round pick out of Tulane on 2nd and 7. That pass is caught by Hester, and Hester is going to break free, and nobody's going to catch Devin Hester, who goes in for a touchdown. 65 yards on a 2nd and 7, and that's, of course, one of the reasons that they put Devin Hester into the lineup, into the offensive game plan. He may have lost his job as the kickoff returner, but he makes an immediate splash here in Minneapolis tonight.
Yeah, and this is what the Bears were talking about last night when they said we have to get the ball to our wide receivers. And, of course, that wide receiver who's going to give you the big play is that guy right there, one of the most exciting players in the NFL, Devin Hester. And that's why they moved him to wide receiver. You know, one of those when you're trying to get in their end zone.
Now Farad tries to give him some breathing room, and he's going to take a shot deep downfield, and open is Bernard Berrien, and the former Bear will go 99 yards for a touchdown. Wow. 1st and 10 of the 21. Farad over the middle.
But they really have trouble pounding it in there in the run. Now it has to be a pass.
They split Forte to the left. They empty the backfield, and the pass to Forte is caught for a touchdown. They got him one-on-one and isolated him with the outside linebacker, Chad Greenway, as they broke the formation, got him against the linebacker, and in they go for the touchdown.
Yeah, and that's the thing that Matt Forte can do. There was one back in the backfield. He's going to go in motion. He starts here. He goes in motion out to the left. He's going to be man-to-man on Greenway. Now that's what you look for. Just that thing, he just runs a little fake. Fake to the inside, and then just throw it over his outside.
8 as well.
How do you get like that in an indoor arena?
2nd and 10.
Carpet.
You need a cut man on the other side. And this is Taylor running to the end zone for a touchdown. If the extra point was good instead of keeping it to a field goal. And 13. Peterson back in. They give it to him, and he goes in easily for the touchdown.
And away we go on a cold day in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And a great matchup, old school style. Interconference, the Dallas Cowboys at 8-4 against the Pittsburgh Steelers 9-3. Romo, a little fake with his shoulders, and he's picked off Polamalu another. 7 on the year. And interceptions in 4 straight games.
Well, he made that look easy, didn't he?
But Ryan Clark has been a main contributor for this team this season. He was last year as well until he got hurt.
Terrell Owens has been shut out, barely even in that last huddle. Romo with all day. Can't find anywhere to go with it, and now throws it into the end zone, and there's Owens. First catch, first touchdown of the evening. words of Dan Rooney, who he showed in the owner's box. He said, go for 2. Dallas will start at their own 15 after Madison made the tackle. Just a 14-yard return. Romo throws high, intercepted. Townsend. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Third and goal from the 4. Roethlisberger, first option, shut down. Looking for a second, a third option, now throws it. Man's there. Is he in the end zone?
We have a touchdown.
It's a touchdown for Pittsburgh. Harbaugh's saying, now wait a minute. You know he's been getting word from upstairs from his assistants that we're going to be okay with this one. We're going to get the call, but they don't. If they can keep Baltimore out of the end zone here in the last 19 seconds. Flacco, will he go for the big ball? Yes, he does. Down the field, and he's intercepted. William Gay has it, and the Steelers are going to lay claim to the AFC North Division title. Table the next 2 weeks. Baltimore currently holds the second wild card by a tiebreaker over Miami and New England.
Too tight, too wide here on second down and 12. Williams creased through the middle and goes in untouched for a touchdown. Right over right guard between Khalil and Handgartner, the right guard. That's a 13-yard touchdown run.
I tell you this, right, and the offensive line loves these kind of games because they are wearing down the Carolina defense.
Can Jacobs make it pay off? No signal yet. Now there is. Touchdown. Brandon Jacobs into the end zone. Now Aaron Ross will line up on Smith to the left side. Give the ball to Williams. And Williams is going to take the ball inside the 1 and to the end zone. Touchdown, Williams. That's a 66-yard drive to the consternation and exasperation of Tom Coughlin.
Yeah, Travell Ward in the guard.
Third and goal. Williams. And Williams is in again, so he has a first half hat trick. 17 rushing touchdowns, 19 overall touchdowns for D'Angelo Williams. Ward flanks Manning. Eli in the gun. Third down and goal. Manning protected. Throws into the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown by Kevin Boss. So Kevin Boss, who caught the key pass early in the drive on a 3rd and 10 after a penalty. Steve Smith at USC. There's Tuck battling the flu on the sideline again from the 30-yard line. Williams will cut it to the outside. Pick up a first down. He scored 3 touchdowns tonight, and you can make it 4. D'Angelo Williams into the end zone, and that will silence the crowd. A 30-yard touchdown run.
This guy is really something. I mean, you think you have him.
Hedgecock is the blocking back. Brandon Jacobs to the end zone. 3:21, down by 2, and clearly Coughlin will send in his best 2-point play right here. Manning to line up in the gun. Jacobs is next to him. The fake to Jacobs. The pass to the end zone for the conversion to Dominic Hickson.
What's your goal? Yes. He called heads.
Good offensive line. you can either add a tight end or a fullback. In the Giants' case, it's fullback.
They'll try to end it with a touchdown. Brandon Jacobs to the end zone and cementing home field for the NFC playoffs.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, hit everything. Give me what you got. Let's go to war, baby. Domination. 1, 2, 3. Go!
Extremely important for their psyche to punch this one in.
McNabb again. Still no signal yet. Looked like he got in. Touchdown. Westbrook again at the bottom of your screen. McNabb underneath. Buckhalter. Touchdown. They fake the handoff throw. Touchdown Selleck.
A new deal would eliminate all that conversation.
Squib kick by Akers. Here is Pac-Man Jones. And Pac-Man loses the football. Has it ripped out and the Eagles take over. And with 5 seconds left, they'll have an opportunity for a field goal by David. Another blitz from the Eagles. And knocked out of the hand by Dawkins. Fumbled by Romo down the field. Clemens, a stiff arm and a touchdown.
Before they're able to put enough points on the board, they need big chunks like they just got.
A blitz. Marion Barber loses the football. Jose Leo Hansen on the return. Only Romo can get close to him. It's another defensive touchdown. Dawkins stripped another. Eagle fans woke up today and thought, you know what, we've got a shot at this thing. They needed everything to break right. It did. The Bears lost. The Bucs lost. Thanks to the Oakland Raiders. And the Philadelphia Eagles didn't just win. They won. A blowout win at home over Dallas. We'll come back after the break and recap.
Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints getting set to open up the 2012 season against Robert Griffin III and the Washington Redskins. The reigning Heisman Trophy winner making his regular season debut. Robert Griffin III, first rookie quarterback to start the opening game of the season for the Redskins since Norm Snead back in 1960. Robert Griffin III, 6 for 6 on the Redskins' first possession. He fires downfield. He's now 7 for 7 as Garcon breaks free. Pierre Garcon will not be caught. 88 yards to number 88 for the first touchdown of RG3's NFL career.
Well, it looks like they didn't go with the screen.
We're going to dink and dunk you on the opening drive. The second one, we're coming after you to throw.
Griffin looking into it. He throws. Touchdown. Aldrick Robinson.
Well, we're talking about Robert Griffin III a lot and Pierre Garçon and these receivers that they've brought up on his body, but he didn't use it to push away and create separation.
On first and goal, this is Morris, and he dives in for the touchdown. Alfred Morris. Morris is in for his second touchdown today.
What a turnaround.
Andy Reid of the Eagles is the longest tenured head coach in the NFL, now into his 14th season here in Philadelphia. He faces off today against his former assistant, John Harbaugh, who's looking for a 5th playoff berth in his 5th season.
And there was no question, he hit Vic in the head.
First and goal, McCoy straight ahead to the end zone for the touchdown.
And I'll tell you, Michael Vick got hit again as the Ravens exploded through the line. He barely got that handoff.
This is Vontae Leach to the end zone for the touchdown. And a little bit more shoving in the end zone between Eagles and Ravens.
This is more than shoving now. There's a flag on the ground with this one. And again,
and it continues.
And now Vontae Leach and Coleman are squaring off.
Flacco throwing. Touchdown to Jacoby Jones, and what a beautiful throw from Joe Flacco.
Well, beautiful is the right word. Joe Flacco knows. You're speculating on what might happen, but that was gruesome.
Dallas Reynolds, his replacement, is a first-year man out of BYU. Vick on the move. Throwing. Wide open in the end zone. Caught for a touchdown by Jackson.
I think it's Jeremy Maclin.
Flacco hit from behind as he let it go. The pass is caught in the end zone by Jacoby Jones.
Well, where are the officials? And that's why.
15 yards from the previous spot.
Right there, you can see. I mean, there's a lot of hand fighting going on between both of them.
Keeping it. Touchdown.
A lot of time left on the clock.
Flacco for Rice, incomplete.
And I still think the Ravens, if they're not the #1 team in the AFC, they're in the top 2 or 3 for sure.
Drew Brees, the quarterback in his 7th season here in New Orleans, has thrown for more than 4,000 yards every year as a Saint, twice for more than 5,000, including an NFL record 5,476 yards in a superb season throwing the football last year. That is Jimmy Graham, the fine tight end. 2 TD catches on the year. Brees, throwing, end zone, touchdown. Lance Moore. Second and goal from the 1. Brees, spread out, throw, touchdown to Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham lost the football on the way to...
K4, ready. You ready? Play shot.
To Jed Collins for the touchdown.
Wade Phillips had that defense playing great football, and they continue to play it all season.
This is Charles, left side, running room, on his way, up the sideline. Can he outrun the defense? He is on his way and gone. No flags on the field.
They hand the ball off on a simple little sweep to the left side, and the New Orleans defense just went to sleep. And in a foot race, Jamal Charles is going to win.
2nd and 12. One deep safety in the middle of the field, and Breeze under pressure. Loose ball.
Oh, I hear a whistle.
And it's a safety. The ruling is a safety at the goal line. And Justin Houston was in on Breeze. What a game he has had today.
Okay, we're going to overtime. We'll have one period of 15 minutes. We'll be playing fourth quarter timing rules. Each team will get 2 timeouts. All replays will be initiated in the booth. Both teams will be given an opportunity to possess the ball unless there's a touchdown or a safety scored on the first possession. We can end in a tie. It's your call. Heads he called. And it is a heads. It's your option. You want the ball? Which way will you kick?
Kick this way.
Kick this direction. Kansas City will receive at this end to start overtime.
The snap. And it's over. The Kansas City Chiefs were down 24-6 at one point in this game. They come roaring back and win it in overtime.
And they do it by posting 510 yards.
2nd and 1.
We're aging in these now.
This is Ridley. Ridley, touchdown. First down from the New England 24. Little pump fake. And now throwing to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. On 2nd and 3. Fitzpatrick. With time. Over the middle. Touchdown. Chandler with his second TD. Fitzpatrick on 2nd and 6. Quick pass is complete. And there he goes. Donald Jones. Jones cuts it to the far side. Can he get there? Touchdown.
3 receptions.
Brady running out of time. On the move. Throws. Complete. Inside the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown. Danny Woodhead.
That's why John Perry threw this one.
2nd and goal. Brady. On the move, gonna run with it to the end zone for the touchdown.
A week working on Tom Brady leaving the pocket and running upfield. No, there's no spy. No one stays in for that.
After reviewing the play stands as called.
See, keep in mind.
Play fake. Brady. Oh, touchdown, Gronkowski.
Wide open. And how he can do so here, completely unattended. Obviously, a pretty big. He came close.
Ridley to the end zone for the touchdown. John Perry.
At the snap, 12 men. Defense. Penalties decline. Result of the play.
Talking about Buffalo.
2nd and 5. This is Bolden again. Left side. Oh, and just bowls his way to the end zone for the touchdown.
We have seen this before, but talk about finishing. I mean, Gilmore just doesn't get low enough.
Fitzpatrick going to throw the seam, and he's got his man inside the 5. Touchdown, Brad Smith.
Well, New England can revel in the way they've run the football today, but they have to be disappointed with the way that they've been gashed down the middle of the field repeatedly. Our football today.
Brady on 3rd and 5, going to lock it down the sideline, has a man diving. Touchdown, Brandon Lloyd.
I'm not sure Mel Blount, Roger Worley, you start naming off Hall of Fame cornerbacks. I'm not sure anybody could have defended that. Look at that. That's just... Again, the New England Patriots add another game to the long.
from 30 yards out. Has not had his best day kicking the football, but they haven't needed it today.
Phillip Rivers leads the Chargers into town for Drew Brees tonight. He tries to throw a touchdown pass in a 48th consecutive game, which would break a 52-year-old record.
I don't know how you defend against either of them.
8 in the box here, at least for the moment, for the Chargers, and then they back off. Zone blitz. Brees steps up, buys time, wide open, and there it is. Drew Brees to Devery Henderson.
Ladies and gentlemen, Drew Brees has just set a new NFL record by throwing a touchdown pass in 48 consecutive games. He passes the great Johnny Unitas, who set the previous mark 52 years ago.
Drew Brees putting on a show out here on this record-breaking night.
After the timeout, 3rd down and 5. In the pocket again, going to the end zone, and it is Colston for the touchdown.
Did he catch that with one hand? This is just tremendous. He is going to hold the defensive back off with his left hand and
of the quarter.
Jimmy Graham is just a decoy at this point.
Brees over the middle and it's caught for the touchdown by Marcus Colston. Marcus Colston with his 2nd touchdown catch of the night. Drew Brees has thrown his 3rd touchdown pass of the night. 2 touchdowns. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. And with a fade, and that is flags all over the place, and Colston is in for the touchdown. Kaysen with the coverage, but Colston at inside position. And a history-making night and a victory for the... And Rodgers is going to go deep, and it is pulled in by Jordy Nelson, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. 41 yards in front of Green on 1st down. Play action. Good time to throw, and the pass is caught for a touchdown by James Jones. Postseason star a couple of years ago who's been hurt, turf toe, and preseason he's in the game. Rodgers will sling it over the middle, and it is Jordy Nelson into the end zone for a touchdown. 5 of the half with 8:20 to go in the 3rd, and Rodgers will throw, and in the end zone it is caught, taken in by Jordy Nelson. Great catch, Phillips' defense. Rodgers wide open at the 30-yard line is Tom Crabtree, and he waltzes into the end zone. 48 yards.
And maybe the Packers are still adjusting to his loss.
2nd and 11, and Rodgers will throw. And is it one-handed? Yes, for a touchdown by Jones.
12th play of the drive on a 2nd and goal. And it is a touchdown for Andre Brown. Team high 4th rushing touchdown. Santana Moss for a 1st down and a touchdown. The wide receiver screen to the 12-year veteran. And Mike Shanahan told us he has that extra burst after losing 15 pounds in the offseason. Bradshaw in for the touchdown. So Hajnowski couldn't get there after the catch. Blitz coming again. They pick it up. And a touchdown throw is made to Santana Moss. Second touchdown scoring strike of the afternoon to Santana Moss. And the Redskins have after the Giants could not keep their last possession, keep the drive alive on a 3rd down and 2. As Manning looks to cruise, and he will race to the end zone.
Back to punt, and Stephon Logan, who's fumbled 3 times in the last 5 quarters of football, will wave the fair catch signal, and from the 12,
move it up illegal 5. Formation on the defense. He was lined up over the center, which is a 5-yard penalty, which will result in a 1st down.
That's Broyles and Calvin Johnson at the bottom of your screen.
Watch Scheffler up top.
He looks left, goes that way, high, but Broyles has it. It's a Lions touchdown!
Drop 8, try to keep it in front of the sticks and make the tackle.
Stafford going deep. That's Titus Young. It's a touchdown, Lions! Third and goal. Stafford has it. He keeps, and Matthew Stafford has, this time, a touchdown. Stafford, quick throw. End zone. Yes! Titus Young with a Lions touchdown.
Watch the ball location down and low to where only Titus Young can get it. You got the huge Brandon Browner over the top, and Matthew Stafford put it right where he needed to put it for the touchdown.
Punting from his own 5-yard line is Kern. Picked up by Chicago, and it is a touchdown for Corey Root. The Bears have scored 6 touchdowns on interceptions returned to the end zone, and now a block punt. Forte. Inside the 5, they push it into the end zone. That'll be a touchdown for Forte. Block punt for a touchdown. Gain of 18 on the 1st down reception, and once more to the air, and once more it's intercepted. Oracle looking for the end zone. 7th interception return for a touchdown by the Bears this year. Unbelievable.
Emptied out the backfield, means the ball's got to come out pretty quick.
Butler looking around. Touchdown to the back of the end zone to Brandon Marshall. Second completion of the game for Cutler. And it turns into the 5th. Looking for Marshall. Beautifully thrown ball from Cutler and a touchdown. They can't lay it out there any better than that. On the year. 36 in his career. Tiptoeing out of traffic is Cutler, and a touchdown pass once more to Marshall. So another turnover. leading to another touchdown. Yes, indeed. A salute to you, Charles Tillman.
We own this division. Make sure they remember that today. We own this division. They do all the talking. We do all the hitting. You hear me, baby?
That's the blocker, number 79, Mike Johnson. On second and goal off the fake. Ryan to the end zone. Touchdown. It is Johnson who is in as the extra blocker. And the Falcons, for the 5th time this season, have scored a touchdown on their first possession. Early lead on the Giants. On second and 10, it's Chris Ivory cutting to the outside. He turns the corner. Picks up the Saints first down and more. Ivory still going. One man to beat. Fends off Dante Robinson. He is in for a 56-yard touchdown run.
To leave 3 in your secondary.
Breeze on second and 8. It's Jimmy Graham for a Saints touchdown.
This is a nice play design. You've got that little wide receiver screen. You come out, you pump the wide receiver screen. You get your defense to react to that, to step up.
Looking, he throws, and with Jenkins draped all over him, Gonzalez makes the catch for the 100th touchdown of his career. Saints with 1 timeout remaining. Second down and 4. As Breeze fires, it is Graham, and he is in for his second touchdown and second slam dunk today.
Running the ball is an attitude. And that's something that this team has with Joe Vick.
And now Breeze hits Colston for a Saints touchdown. Falcons empty the backfield. First and goal from the 6. Ryan throws, end zone, touchdown. It is Tony Gonzalez again.
Again, it's good coverage. I mean, this time they actually have doubled him. It's a
31-yard attempt from the left hash.
Ball's gone.
Hartley's kick is straight through.
Walter in motion. Shot to the end zone. Touchdown. We have a marker down. Empty backfield. 5 receivers in the pattern for Henne. Launched it. Mercedes Lewis, and that one will count. 13 yards, and Mercedes Lewis went up and got it. Might have been over by the national anthem, but Jacksonville has played well, and that's caught by Shorts. Cecil Shorts. And there's nothing between him and the end zone. Wow, what a stunning play. 67 yards from Henne to Cecil Shorts. Second and goal. Schaub will throw it to the end zone. James Casey. So third and goal. Play action. Henne, touchdown. Mercedes Lewis all alone.
Great ball fake, completely blown coverage.
Henne, lots of time. Caught at midfield by Blackman. Still on his feet, Justin Blackman. Wow!
During the last timeout, we were talking about how conservative we thought the Jacksonville Jaguars might be with a touchdown lead. Their defense playing.
Third and goal. Schaub, touchdown. Garrett Graham all alone. He slipped free.
Time left on the clock.
Play action for Schaub. Goes the other direction. Touchdown.
Maybe not.
Garrett Graham.
his tails. Houston wins. You want the ball. Which way you want to kick?
Texans, a field goal or a score of any time wins it.
Bubble screen to Johnson. Andre Johnson. Here he goes. Touchdown to cap a brilliant day. Ryan Clark is back in the secondary. 3rd and 7 for Wheaton. That was deflected and it's intercepted. It's Timmons with the ball off to the races, and he will take it all the way for a Pittsburgh Steeler touchdown.
How about the timing of that? That's Timmons getting his team-leading 3rd interception of the season, only after the ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Is behind a franchise quarterback in Ben Roethlisberger. He's got to go about this game really just not turning it over and allow the defense in the running game to work in his favor.
Mendenhall on 2nd down and 8. Back last week for the first time. Was there a fumble on the play? The Browns say they've got it. Could be the game's 2nd turnover. You see the scrum. Cleveland has got the ball on a fumble by Rashard Mendenhall.
A committee of 4 running backs, as you see, coming downhill right here. He's going to bounce it. DeQuail Jackson, 52. He's in there raking, and there you see the ball coming out.
Redmond in the backfield, 3rd and 19. They need the 24. Tava Rubin plugs up the gap, and then the avalanche of players. 85, the Browns think there's been a fumble, and they've recovered as they unravel, and the Browns have got the ball at roughly the 10-yard line. Another turnover by Pittsburgh.
15-year veteran, you expect better offensive production than what the Steelers have shown us so far.
2 of the running backs have fumbled today. Redmond has fumbled. Mendenhall has fumbled. Dwyer now getting the bulk of the carries. 1st and 10. Good block by Wallace. And Dwyer fumbles the ball. Oh, my goodness. What a day. DeQuail Jackson vacuums it in. 34-yard line. Browns take over again. 3 fumbles by the Pittsburgh Steelers, all by different running backs. That's yours in your head for T.J. Ward. There's a 3rd and 6. Batch. Intercepted by Sheldon Brown. They were going for Plexico Burris. The interception is made at the 31-yard line, and again a turnover. Nagurski did. Now the right tackle Beecham is in there. A rookie taking the place of the injured Mike Adams. 2nd and 12. Quick hitter and bobbled, and it's intercepted by Wynn. Wallace could not find the handle. Wynn has come up with his 1st career interception. The rookie out of Boise State. The 5th turnover by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, just another bad throw on the backside of the receiver. It's tipped, intercepted, 5th of...
It is a 1st and 10. Going deep, he's looking for Wallace. He's covered by Hayden, and the ball's intercepted. Joe Hayden has just picked off Batch. The 3rd interception of Batch today. The 6th Pittsburgh turnover. And Cleveland trying to close the door.
How about Joe Hayden? We talk about ball skills.
2nd down and 10. Wallace. He'll start lateraling and throwing. And that is caught on the play by Sanders. He'll zigzag. He's hit by Ward. There's a fumble. It's recovered by Cleveland, and that's it. The Browns have beaten the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The red zone and 5 turnovers in the red zone. They've been killed by turnovers this year. There goes Brown, untouched into the end zone. King Dunlop, through a nice block, took Ware out of the play, and Brown goes in untouched to give Philadelphia the lead.
Well,
2nd and 3. Inside to Brown, and he walks into the end zone again, through the middle. Bryce Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the night. 7 plays, 73 yards, 4 on the ground. Murray is the running back. They give it to DeMarco, and he will go into the end zone.
So the Dallas Cowboys down by 11, go 65 yards, 11 plays. Witten catches 4 balls along the way, and Murray gets into the end zone.
3rd and 2. And Romo under pressure, but he's going to scramble. Comes back across the field. It's caught by Bryant. And Dez Bryant will take it to the end zone. Began back at the Eagle 20-yard line. And going to the end zone. And it is Cooper for the touchdown. He beats Brandon Carr. And Foles just leads them down the field 80 yards in 11 plays. Harris, the 8th different receiver tonight for Romo. It's his first catch of the game. Here's Murray over the fake to Jones, and then the pass caught by Miles Austin, who takes it in for the touchdown. Great ball handling by Romo with the fake. 2nd and goal. Quick flip to the outside. Here's Bryant trying to work his way in and does. Touchdown. Dez Bryant getting around Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie to put the Cowboys on top.
Time's a little cheaper.
2nd and 7. And they give it to Brown. And Brown loses the ball. The ball is loose. It is picked up by Claiborne. And Brown, who had 2 fumbles last week, puts it down on the ground, and the Dallas Cowboys turn it into a touchdown. Mormon to punt. Booming kick. Fielded to 3 by Damaris Johnson. And Johnson is off inside the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, a touchdown for a guy who fields a punt inside his 5-yard line and goes 98 yards.
And now you go for 2.
The Bengals keep winning. Then they'd get Pittsburgh and New Orleans here.
Giacomini comes in late, and not the first time he has been flagged for trying to clean up the pile around Marshawn Lynch this year.
And Lynch carries. Look at Russell Wilson out there blocking for him. Can you believe this? It's a touchdown. First and goal from the 4-yard line after a 67-yard pass play to Anthony McCoy. Marshawn Lynch. Can he get another touchdown? Yes, he can. From his own end zone, and it's intercepted. There goes Richard Sherman. That is a touchdown.
Chance to return this. You see a lot of hang time in direction of money.
He fumbles the football, and the Seahawks bat it around, and that's a touchdown. Malcolm Smith in the end zone.
At number 75 and got him at number 75. Awesome.
11 seconds remaining and 2 timeouts. Floater. Zach Miller. Touchdown Seahawks. And the 20th touchdown pass for rookie Russell Wilson.
Expensive early to really turn him loose, and now they're thinking maybe they should have earlier in the season. They just let Russell Wilson go.
As Lynch goes, and Marshawn Lynch. He might go. He could go. He did go. record-setting run for the littlest Seahawk. Saints 52-27. Some points there.
Doesn't see much action on defense. Primarily a special teamer. 1st and 10, and Romo goes down the middle and has the touchdown. Right on Golden. We told you he had just come in. Romo must have spotted it. Then he went to his favorite target, Jason Witten. 2nd and 10. Looking, and still has it. Still fakes it. All kinds of time, and now open is Miller, and he Miller's in for the touchdown.
How good was that?
That was all about the quarterback.
It was great. So many things. Break.
And again, 1st down from the 24. Romo to the end zone, and Bryant has another score for the 6th game in a row. Dez Bryant finds the end zone.
You just got to get the guy off before the offense is ready to snap the football.
Dwyer's the tailback. He gets the call, and Dwyer straight ahead. No signal. Now, touchdown. Pittsburgh's never given away the whole season in the red zone. 3rd and 2. Roethlisberger looks, throws, got his man, and Brown's in for the touchdown. Antonio Brown. Dez Bryant now is guarded by Curtis Brown, the second-year man from the University of Texas. 3rd and goal. Now they run it, and Murray straight ahead for the touchdown.
What a call. They had them all off the line of scrimmage thinking pass.
Your choice. Tails is the call. It is tails. You want the ball, okay?
Now it's a young man named Dan Bailey out of Oklahoma State with a chance at victory. And the kick is good.
Olsen shifts into the backfield. This is Ingram, hop step, and then into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. From the 42 on 1st down, off the play fake. Romo going deep for Bryant. He makes the catch and walks it in for a touchdown. 58 yards from Romo to Bryant. 2 tight end set. Romo to Bryant again. He breaks free. And Dez Bryant will take it all the way for his 2nd touchdown today. Again, like the first one, 58 yards. After Ingram lost 4 yards on the previous play. Breeze looking. He throws. Nice soft touch, and Lance Moore dives in for the touchdown.
That's what happens down here. You've got Jimmy Graham, who's going to have a height advantage. You've got Darren Sproles, who's incredibly quick out of the backfield.
3rd and goal. Breeze looking end zone. He throws. Touchdown. Pierre Thomas. In a bad situation right there with only 9. 1st and goal from the 3 to the end zone. David Thomas with a Saints touchdown. Bryant with 8 receptions today, 220 yards. There he is, bottom of your screen. Romo backpedaling, throws, end zone. It's Harris for a Cowboys touchdown.
What do I know, Kenny?
Back shoulder throw. Remaining here at Arlington. Everybody out. Romo on 4th down to the end zone. Touchdown! Miles Austin!
There's a hedge down.
Chase Daniel will place it down. Hartley for the win. His kick So the New Orleans Saints come away with the victory in overtime despite the Cowboys coming back from 14 points down to the final 4 minutes. Dallas very much stays alive. There will be scoreboard watching with the Giants and Ravens underway. And then the Cowboys and the Redskins next Sunday. But the Saints win this one 34-31. America's game
for next season. Kickoff is next. Coming up here on C. Now the line of scrimmage is at the 2-yard line of the Jaguars. 3rd and 1. In the end zone, stepping in. And the Titans make it look easy. Chris Johnson with his 6th touchdown of the year from 2 yards out. Safeties on the fly patterns. Now it's 3rd down. Henny, beautifully targeted ball. Jordan Shipley on the payoff end. And the Jaguars drive down the field, and they're now an extra point away from tying this game at 7. Line to gain is the 20-yard line of the Titans. A 3rd and 10 it is. Here's a safety blitz. Ball is thrown. Look at that catch, and heading to the end zone is Justin Blackmon. That kind of talent gets you drafted number 5 in the 1st round. This he's sensational.
Yeah, when we get to a replay.
So, Chad Henne throws the pick, and on the run is the linebacker.
There's that
Zach
speed.
Brown, you talked about him. Draft choice from North Carolina. Takes it the distance. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying the game.
The way they use their hands, and they can really take advantage of bad technique by offensive line.
Now a well-hit ball on the punt. Reynard. He turns the corner. Not done. Breaks away. He's heading home. He's in the end zone. And the Titans defense has brought them back. 69-yard punt return. Who needs an offense with these kind of special teams and defensive plays? And so it is quickly 3 downs and out on the first possession of the second half for the Jaguars. Here's a punt hit downfield. Reynard cuts back. They set up a blocking scheme. No markers. Reynard on the run. Reynard breaks through. Reynard still going. No signal. He's out of bounds. Touchdown signal. The Titans do it again. An 81-yard punt return.
Jake Locker and the offense have been on the sideline for a linebacker and a return for a touchdown, and 2 Renaud punt returns for touchdowns. They've got over 240 yards in returns, or 220 yards in returns, and 102 yards in total offense. Take control of the ball and score eventually.
Virtually a whole half of football still to be played, so they got time to stay with their game plan. Here's an interception. This could go in. Picked off. Another defensive touchdown by Zach Brown. And a bad situation for the Jaguars becomes horrendous.
A lot of spread look, all shotgun.
Came in very young though. Here's a block by the Jaguars. And will they get a special teams touchdown? They're going to. Mike Harris, a rookie defensive back from Florida State, a 6th-round pick, has a big moment.
There will be a whole lot of introspective looks and evaluation. Going for 2.
Rolling out. Chad Henne, incomplete. Final score, the Tennessee Titans rallying back from that blowout loss at Green Bay, 55-7, to win today.